Here's a take from yesterday. All 3 fantasy drafts I was in, 3 different groups of guys, all of us glossed over Algier for Atlanta. Had a nice day yesterday. All of us glossed over Algier. What's up, everybody? What's up? Is my fucking cup leaking, or did I just pour a sloppy coffee over there? Who knows? Wait for some people to get in here. Man, what do we think about yesterday? I'm waiting for people to come in. How you doing? What's going on? CBJ! Oh, what's up, buddy? Yeah, yes you did. Let me take my first sip of coffee before we get into that. Salute, cheers. Good to see you in here, bud. Man, I'll tell you what, that was a serious whooping. The last whooping that I can remember from that stadium, I was in the building. The NFC Championship, 2000 was it? I was at the Giants Vikings, and I was 20 years old, and they had a good team. I was afraid that day. They had I think it was Culpepper, Randy Moss, Chris Carter, probably Robert Smith at running back, and the Giants beat the shit out of Minnesota that day in the NFC Championship. And we were freezing. And I'll never forget this. I was sitting on the top of Giant Stadium, and there was this fat guy with no shirt in front of me, and he had like one of those beards. And every time the Giants scored a touchdown, he kept going, "Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that much what I desire." He was saying that Metallica shit. And every time it was crazy that day. And that's the last blowout like that, a shutout that I can remember. I wonder if it was the biggest shutout since that day, since the NFC Championship. I'll bet you it was. I'll bet you it's right there. I think the NFC Championship was, what was the score of the NFC Championship? It was 40-something. So the NFC Championship was a little more. That was probably the biggest shutout in New York, Jersey, whatever, since that. Hey, boys. Salute, Oscar. Salute. Hey, boys, I got to say one thing before we start to open up. I think you can't get too high or too low with anything right now. Hear me out. When I was growing up in the 90s, 2000s, the best players on the teams, they played a little bit, then they played a little bit more, then a little bit more, then they didn't play the last game, and then the first game of the season, they were playing for the 4th time. A lot of these guys, they're wearing the fucking Space Cadet helmets I see on TV, super big heads, no pads, nobody's running. They're just doing weights and running. They're running minimal. You're seeing guys pulling shit. You're seeing guys off rhythm. You have to grow a team. Let me give you guys a couple of examples. I'm a Giants fan. Like last night, it sucks, but the Giants in 2007, they got killed by Dallas 40-0. The second week they got killed again to Green Bay. Then we won the Super Bowl that year. Like the Ravens with Ray Lewis and Saragusa and Shannon Sharp, they went the entire month of October. I was telling somebody on the phone this before. I remember seeing this years ago. The Super Bowl Ravens team, the Bullies of Baltimore, they went the entire month of October without scoring a touchdown. So at Halloween, nobody was thinking they were going to win a Super Bowl. These teams all have to, we got to see who gets something together. I heard RG Geek talking before Oscar. I can't stand RG3. I cannot stand RG3. And every time I see Scott Van Pelt, I remember to wear a condom. Geez, some guys don't look right with the shaved head. He better go get a hair transplant or something. Jesus. But RG3 was going there. He was like, well, they better get Stephon. It's on the court, the offensive coordinator. He starts putting the heat on the offensive coordinator just now. Oh, it's on the offensive coordinator to get him going, to get Stephon Diggs the ball 3 or 4 times in the first quarter, or there might be problems. RG3, shut your geek ass up. Like, I'll slap RG3. I don't like that shit. You're allowed to talk funny on YouTube, right? Like, I don't want to. I've got bad nightmares from TikTok. I was fooling around with somebody and I got in trouble. But RG3, if I'm allowed to say my opinion, like, I don't hate anybody. My opinion. Who am I? My humble opinion. I think RG3 is a fucking geek. I think it doesn't matter what he says. He's like, oh, they better get Stephon Diggs the ball if they don't want problems. That is the wrong message. First of all, I don't think Josh Allen has to be worried about Stephon Diggs. Honest, if your life was on the line, and you had to pick correctly, if you locked Stephon Diggs and Josh Allen in a room, who are you going to bet on that's going to make it out? Your life's on the line. So I don't think Stephon Diggs is a hothead. And like, we all know he's a hothead because I just saw that shit about him years ago. His own teammates said it. I don't make stuff up. That's not my opinion on him. And I don't have a personal opinion on him. But I think Stephon Diggs needs to play with the team. Not if Stephon Diggs doesn't get 4 targets early, he's going to start fucking like having a hissy fit. No. Wrong message, RG Geek. He is a geek. And Booger McFarland's coming later. Oh, goodness. If he questions another quarterback's backbone before the game, Jared Goff, he just doesn't have it. Hey, fat boy, like, let the fucking kid play. He's been to a Super Bowl. He's in Detroit. He's doing good. Shut your mouth. Like, you're allowed to say, like, terrible things about people in a nice way. He's got nothing. He's got no heart. Okay, Booger. Go have a sandwich. Take a walk. I don't like people who talk like that. Shit. Hey, Ricky baby. What are you doing? Oh, shit. I'll tell you what, Ricky, we got a lot of Jets fans. I'm not going to beat the dead horse with the Super Bowl shit, especially since the Giants got wrecked. But I'll tell you what, I'm excited for the Jets. As football fans, how could we not be excited about watching the Jets? Aaron Rodgers, let's talk about like where we were and what we remember from the last time the Jets got a Green Bay legend. I was in my late 20s. Brett Favre came to the Jets and tore shit up early. As soon as he got out there, game 1, I remember Brett Favre, it looked like a different team. I was like, holy shit. The Jets have stunk my whole life. They look great. The wheels fell off at the end. Aaron Rodgers is a little better than Brett Favre, but he's a little older because Brett Favre was like 40 when he got on Minnesota. So when he was on the Jets, he had to be in his late 30s. I bet you Rodgers is actually a little older than Favre was at the same time. Let's line it up. How old was Favre? Somebody should look that up. How old was Favre when he got to the Jets? About the same. Rodgers hasn't been too brittle. But here's what I'm worried about with Rodgers, guys. Do I have a legitimate gripe here? I'm glad we got a couple people in here early because I can't ask a fucking question of myself. Do you think that Rodgers could be affected a little bit more negatively at 40 years old than a Tom Brady? Because Brady came into the league as the world's slowest man. However, that day, fucking Odell Beckham was on the boat, and then we went to Green Bay. What year was that? That was like 2017. So Rodgers was like 34 then. And Rodgers, I remember that Giants-Green Bay playoff game. Rodgers, his fucking escapability was masterful. Rodgers, I think to be Rodgers, he needs that escapability. And if you're not running at 40, listen, I was 40 once, just a couple years ago, I can tell you. I do fucking speed workouts just to not become super slow. Like at 40, I was like, fuck, man, I feel slow these days. I was doing plyos. I thought I was running slow, but compared to now, fast. You get a little slower every year from like the late 30s on. A 40-year-old Rodgers, listen, look at Russell Wilson when he was 20 pounds heavier last year. No escapability. Oh, Russ came in 20 pounds lighter. Why did he come in 20 pounds lighter? So his little chubby ass could get away from those defenders. We need to see if Rodgers could get away and buy himself time, because he was like fucking Fran Tarkenton in that Giants game in my mental. In 2017, when all those balls went off Odell's fingertips, I'm not going to say he dropped them because they were all so close. But I remember Aaron Rodgers' escapability, extending plays, getting the ball downfield was a major part. Now, I know he plays well all the time, and I think he's one of the most accurate throwers ever. But I want to see him moving. He pulled the calf muscle the first day, but he's better. But he's very yogi-ish, so I hope he's stretching. But I don't know. We got to see how he's moving. That's one big thing. Oh, T. Rich, what are you doing, buddy? No, I've been doing my little monologue, talking about what I think, what's going on, talking about everybody could just jumping out of the window on the season. Like a lot of shit has to develop still. I can't believe it's September 11th. September 11th, opening Monday night. I remember September 11th, 2001. The night opening night was Giants Denver. The NOOCH was on a date, and I was in New York. Story time. True story, Ricky. I was on a date. I was in Manhattan. It was fucking raining. All right? Look this shit up. I don't need it. I remember. It was raining. And I'm 99.9999% sure that I remember Ed McCaffrey on Denver going down that night. I think he broke his leg or something. But Ed McCaffrey went down. And then I think the Giants, I don't remember who won the game, but that was on a Monday night, and a Tuesday morning was September 11th. And I remember I was sleeping for the first plane, and then I woke up and I saw the second plane, and I thought it was an instant replay. Never forget that. Hey, speaking of instant replay, T. Rich, instant replay. That fucking guy froze again, man. The guy, the politician. I don't have political opinions. I stay away from that shit. But a couple weeks ago, this poor guy, I felt so bad for him. I hope I don't get in trouble. I saw this guy freeze. And then I'm watching a couple nights ago, and I'm like, oh, shit, there's that guy. I want to see, like, oh, shit, he's froze again. And then I said to myself, oh, shit, he's got a different suit. He fucking froze again, man. Like, stop. God, stop. We all see. Enough now. Enough. That's it. Settle down, guys. Don't just, don't piss on my back and tell me it's raining. That's what I want to say. Don't pour syrup on shit and tell me it's pancakes. All right, we'll leave it at that. Ricky, baby, you never heard that Terrence Crawford story, huh? Yeah, that shit happened. When he thought that quick and put me on my heels, I said, I'm betting this guy. That's a quick thinking guy to put the NOOCH on his heels. Hey, what do we think about fantasy right now? You know what? I got something to say about fantasy too. Before we start the night, before we do the game flow and get into the same game parlay, all that stuff. I think in fantasy, I thought back to myself introspectively. I remember myself dropping CD Lamb his rookie year. He became a player. I think I even dropped Justin Jefferson his rookie year after like 2-0 weeks, and then he got started. I just mentioned that nobody practices anymore. Nobody hits. They're wearing alien helmets. I got to let every team get right. So, and then I'll start. I'm not throwing anybody off my fantasy team for about at least till October 1st. I'm not going to get rid of somebody who becomes a guy. No, not doing that. I'm waiting on Quentin Johnston. I know my boy Hodgins for the Giants. He'll come around. It was a fucking hurricane last night. I'm like, oh, I can't wait to see the Giants game tonight. I'm all excited. It was like it wasn't raining where I was. Up there, it was raining, heavy. heavy. That's like a throwaway game. Now, it didn't affect Dallas. Like, okay, it could go one way, but it was still fucking raining. So I'm not going to get all crazy. I'll tell you what, Jets fans should be very optimistic right now. I don't know why all these Jets fans, you guys are so used to having shit not go your way that it's like everybody's real worried. I'd be happy right now. I'd be waiting to see what we got. I got boots on the ground in Florham Park. Everybody I know who was anywhere near that Jets team told me Brees looks quick. Brees is looking quick. I think they're playing a little bit of possum with him. Ooh, I like that. I like that, T-Rich. You know what? We're going to have to look at a couple things, what we like, the game flow. I love when I'm on my own FanDuel and I got to do like 3-step verification. I never do. They never make me do 3-step verification when I'm loading money. Hey, I'm about to load some money. Oh, it's gone. Right before the sports book got really good legalized, they had a couple of like those sites. They're like, hey, NOOCH, you can go on Eurosucker.com. And like one time I tried it and I got on, I won like $200. And to retrieve my money, I had to pay a fee of like $70. I'm like, oh shit, who's getting this? The fucking operator? Jesus Christ. LeBron and AD interested in Paris. Yeah, good place for AD. Fucking China now. No, thank you. No, thank you. I'm looking at the bottom line. LeBron and AD interested in Paris. Oh, what are you going to come on like Kobe? Because you saw the documentary like me on Netflix, LeBron? Take it easy, LeBron. Get through the season with the Lakers, you and China doll. AD, he got $190 trillion for never fucking being healthy. That's great. The NBA, there you go. It's going in the right direction. Load management. Load management in the NBA is how many loads go on a porno star's head on a hotel room. I heard crazy stories. I watched No Jumper one time. Like, thank God I wasn't watching it with like somebody who like I wouldn't like would feel uncomfortable hearing that. Oh my goodness. And that's another guy. The NBA commissioner. Every time I see him, I remember to wear a condom. Oh, Adam Silver. Some guys like look normal. Some guys don't. Rick, you look good. You know, you gotta be a certain type of like gotta look a certain way. Silver, he should get like a fucking Mick Jagger wig. It would look better. Oh man. What are we going with? Let's talk a little turkey here because I'm not staying out all night tonight because I want to enjoy the game. I want to look at all the fantasy teams that I lost with this weekend. Yeah, we all got whooped. I got whooped. Across the board. My team is built for December, first of all, guys. My team's built for December. I don't mess around. T-Rich whooped my mama. T-Rich even whooped my mama. Wow, it was a bad week. But we knew Kelsey wasn't going to play. She kind of expected an uphill. We didn't know Kadarius Toney was going to drop 300 balls, huh, Ma? Hey, here's the Kadarius. I should pour out a little coffee for fucking Kadarius. Jesus Christ. He stunk, huh? He deleted his own fucking Twitter the next morning. I wanted to fucking tweet him. He was smart. He had his own Twitter deleted by 1 a.m. that night. I was like, that motherfucker dropping all those balls. And I had Detroit. But I had him to do well. Who do we like tonight? Before I even dive in, guys, like, subscribe, hit that like button. Hit the like button too. Always give it a share. And I'm going to start doing all the real videos. I'm going to do, hey, let me know what are good shows for when I'm putting things out during the week. Of course, I'm going to do the pick'ems, the game pick'ems. I'm going to do a fantasy waiver wire, who we should be looking at. And like a recap, and always like the radio style live stream, a Sunday morning and a Monday evening. I'm always going to have that. But let me know if there's anything that you guys would want. Let me know over time. What do we got there? Brees Lightning. Yeah. Brees was on an anti-gravity treadmill after 4 months of the ACL. 4 months. 4 months. I hear he's recovering like AP was recovering. Like all day Peterson. He's recovering. And don't forget, guys, that's why we got to stay away from the Jets running backs. I was saying that before. I don't know. It's very cloudy, the Jets running backs. It's very cloudy. not Brees, Dalvin Cook also just got out from a surgery. He was under the knife. He had a shoulder surgery. So is he going to get that much of the load? Is he all right? They say he's fine. So there's Michael Carter, and they say they like him a lot. So I don't know. I think the Josh Allen rushing is a great one. T. Rich was telling me before, the Josh Allen rushing makes a lot of sense, and we both thought of a great one. Gabe Davis played very injured for a long time last year. He tweaked the ankle super early in the season. I think it was the first game at the end of game 1, and he stayed on it for like 8 weeks. I played on a hurt ankle right away. I came back 1 week later. I felt it till the end of the year, until I recovered. Until I got off it, that's when I healed like tremendously. So Gabe Davis wasn't right. So I think Gabe Davis had 29 yards tonight. Like you were saying, T. Rich, I think that's the one that's mismarked. You know, I'm not going to cry about the ones we lost yesterday. Like I was saying this, you never know. The Rams could stink for the rest of the year and Seattle could become good. The NFL week 1s, you take with a grain of salt. Tonight, how are we going to catch lightning in a bottle? Gabe Davis over 29.5. What do you think? What do you guys think about Gabe Davis? Gabe Davis is a deep ball guy. 29.5 is one catch. So I'm going to write that down. I'm going to write a couple down for the FanDuel same game parlay. And then at the end, I'm going to circle the ones that I go with. But I'm going to look at that right now. Check out a couple. I want to see what guys are listed at. Gabe Davis might be different right now. It's time for me to check. What the hell did I do with the... Oh, hold on 1 second, guys. Oh, there it is. Okay, Davis. TD score, but now I want receiving props. Lazard. Total receptions. No, we need yards for Davis because when I think of Gabe Davis, I think of a guy going vertical. Gabe Davis has good speed. I'm going to talk about speed in a minute with Tyreek Hill. Oh my goodness, and Ridley. How about Calvin Ridley? Oh man, he's moving faster than everybody. Gabe Davis. Okay, he's over that. T. Rich. 40 yards is minus 138. 25 yards is minus 320. 50 yards is plus 116. Excuse me. Let's see what he's listed at. I'm catching alternates here. Here we go. Where the hell is Davis? They don't have him. Oh, there he is. 43.5. I know. Oh, did you put Davis at 29 on an alternate type of thing before? Because 29 seemed like a layup. No wonder I said, oh yeah, I was screaming. Who are you going to bench, Ma? Diggs. Oh, I didn't even see you there. What's up, Blue Pay? Blurpy. 18 combined from Diggs and Wilson to win. Oh, you're going to be fine. You know what? I was telling a lot of people yesterday. I have a theory. I should do the emoji like this. I don't know if it's going to come out or not, but that's why we're set up like this. I have when I watched Aaron Rodgers the last 5 seasons with Devontae Adams, whenever he they start to get a beat on a defense, Rodgers will get right to the hand signals and start force feeding Devontae, get him hot, throw him a couple quick screens, get Devontae the ball like 3 air yards, like those passes that are very low air yards, like 3 to 4 air yards and quick ones, and then Devontae gets going like a running back that's out like in the slot or even at wideout. So I could see Aaron Rodgers getting Garrett Wilson going like the fucking veteran legend Aaron Rodgers is. He knows what he's got, and he's the general out there. Like they might call the plays, but Rodgers does what he wants. Basically, Rodgers is teaching the offense basically. So I believe that Rodgers is going to keep his same habits that he had with Devontae Adams, and he's going to apply them to Garrett Wilson. So I think tonight, I'm curious to see if Garrett Wilson gets as many targets as I expect. I wouldn't be surprised if Garrett Wilson gets 14 to 16 targets. I'm really curious. let's count Garrett Wilson's targets tonight. I think he's going to have a lot. I could see him having double-digit catches. I'm expecting him to have somewhere around 10 catches. I'm expecting 10. I know that I make crazy calls, but, I still think Gibbs is going to be the most electrifying player in the league once they let him go. Once they let Gibbs go, Jahmyr Gibbs from Detroit, it's sayonara. Montgomery, think about it. Think about it, guys. 1 week. How many times, you can't carry the ball 30 times. He did a good job of taking a full workload. He was sluggish for 90% of his carries, but he made a good touchdown run, Montgomery, and he took a full workload. But Gibbs had a lot of juice to him. You know who else had a lot of juice yesterday? Zay Flowers. Zay Flowers. Major juice. How do you say major juice in Spanish, Ricky? Major juice, Zay Flowers. R.I.P. Odell Beckham. R.I.P. R.I.P. Beckham. Yeah, he made a catch over his shoulder. Great. He did the Ray Lewis coming out. He did the Ray Lewis. I expected him to fucking hit that dance step with that purple hair. I knew Beckham would hit the dance step with the fucking cloud of smoke. He did a beautiful Ray Lewis, and he had that purple hair. It was great. But one catch and a beautiful block. They were like, Odell, Mike Tirico. Take it easy, Mike Tirico. He's like, Odell had a great game today. Made that nice block. Like, take Mike. He was fucking Bambi at once upon a time. We made that great block. Bambi doesn't block. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Yeah, and Odell, I'm going to get him off my team. That's going to be the guy that gets dropped. I picked up Odell in a panic in like round 15 because I needed an extra guy. I didn't start him, of course, but I didn't make a better call either. I was a high on Hodgins for the Giants. That whole team gave me a dud. 0-3 all over the joint. All my leagues. 0 for. I actually, let me take it easy. T Rich, I'm not dead. I'm a resilient bastard in the JFFL. You know why? Because I'm a champion in that league. I got rings, like you, much like you. I passed on to you what I knew, and then you wanted after me. You're welcome. You know what I'm saying? But I just, oh man, I'll tell you. So I could still win because I have Brees and Dalvin. Double flex, Rick. Double binger. Running back flex. It's 2023. 4 years ago, I did Chubb Hunt. I brought Chubb Hunt to the Jersey Shore with the guys. They're like, Nooch, you're crazy. Don't worry. I'm a riverboat gambler in fantasy. It worked. And now I bring the double running back binger to the starting lineup because it's 2023. And I feel the right team with the right dose and the right guys, you could do it. And it just so happened I came upon Brees. I was going best player available in the middles. I liked Brees. I heard he was recovering like all day Peterson. And then then nobody was touching Dalvin. Nobody was touching Dalvin in that draft. Dalvin was there late. Different guys, different drafts, different person. Every draft had a different story. I love that shit. If I didn't have to keep up with 38 leagues, I would have had 38 fucking teams because the drafts are fun to see how guys think. They're all different. But I'll tell you what, T-Rich, I don't think you were in here. Who's the major takeaway? Let's think a little bit in here. Let's think. Who was the guy who got ignored in all of our drafts? He might still be out there now, but you know what? I don't withhold information. Everybody's we know what's what. Oh, nobody sees it. I hope he doesn't see it. Everybody's seeing it. Nobody drafted Tyler Algier in all my leagues. All the 3 major leagues. Nobody drafted Tyler Algier. Bijan. He had a good game yesterday, Bijan. But Tyler Algier was right under Nick Chubb. Oh, I took the jersey down. Right under that Nick Chubb. The NOOCH's Nick Chubb. Algier, 1,000 yards last year. Bruiser. Atlanta loves to run. And I think he might even be on a waiver or 2 or 3. But nobody drafted Algier. I don't need him really, but you know what? In 10-man leagues, you got quality guys floating on those waivers. There's no way we could all hog every guy that's valuable. That's why I kind of like 10-man leagues. If you're sharp, you can do a little dancing if you need to on the waiver wire. Definitely. I like that about 10-man leagues. 12-man league, everybody's sharp. You're a guy down, you're fucked. Excuse my language. Yeah, I like it. I like the 10-man PPR. I like that. Oh, man. Yeah. Got a little coffee. Kicking it up a notch. Got a little coffee. Oh, man. So, yeah, I like Gabe Davis, but we're gonna go. I gotta go over 42. Did you alternate it? Did you alternate it? Alternate spread? Or no? I wanna know if you alternate spreaded that. Let's see what we can find if we're gonna invade the odds makers. Vegas, they can set it wherever they want. But can somebody find out, please, from me, T Rich? I'm not saying this to bust your chops, but Sean Strickland on a decision as a guy who loves like the sports book and gambling, can somebody please find out to me what Sean Strickland to win by decision paid plus what? It might have been plus 25,000. Serious, guys, $100 on that might have paid 20,000, 10,000. That's ridiculous, guys. That's big time money. Big time. Got it. At least. I'm so curious. Yeah, right. Did you take a shot on that, Oscar? Just fooling around? Imagine. All right. Okay, receiving yards. Let's see. Garrett Wilson, 69. All right, let me keep my mouth shut. My mind can be watching. Alan Lazard, 36. Diggs, 69. Davis, 43. Kincaid, 27. That's one of the biggest mysteries in sports right now. Let's be honest. If you haven't heard of Dalton Kincaid by now, you got to catch up. They're saying this guy has like the chops of like Gronk, the speed of like Bambi, like the agility of Kelsey. They're saying that this guy Kincaid is like God's gift to tight ends. However, they said that about Kyle Pitts, and it didn't really get off the ground. It's like one of those fucking planes that you fly in the park. A tight end doesn't always get off the ground. They're saying this kid Kincaid is like the man. That's why if you look at the fantasy boards, Dawson Knox is not that bad. He's fucking gone. He's not even drafted. He's not even like considered a guy anymore. What happened? That guy's young and he wasn't bad, but that's how good. And from what I'm hearing, but that's just me, I'm hearing that Kincaid is not even really a tight end. Like Knox is going to block. Kincaid, he's a tight end, as it says TE by his position, but he's really like a fucking huge number 3 receiver who's going to take like, it's going to be Diggs, Davis, him, Kincaid. So I don't know. We got to see like keys of the game. I'm going to start writing some keys of the game because I know Robert Geeketh the fucking third is not going to pique my interest. Robert Geeketh, what a fucking guy. Okay, keys to the game. What do you think? Dalton Kincaid. I want to see Dalton Kincaid. I want to see Dalton Kincaid's game. We can make our own shit. Dalton Kincaid. Can this fucking kid play tight end? Are they going to throw it to him? Is he going to get targets? Am I going to be fucking frustrated for 2 weeks, drop this fucking kid, and he's going to become Mark fucking Bavaro in 6 weeks on somebody else's team? Fucking Patty's going to be run down saying, Dalton Kincaid, I got him. Fuck. Oh, shit. That's why my theme is hold your horses. Don't get too high. If your team is doing good, take it easy. Were you born yesterday? Have you ever lived through a couple seasons? Are you older than 6? Shit, it gets crazy. So good things go bad, bad things go good. We gotta get intel. With fantasy, guys, I told you I dropped CD Lamb his rookie year. I made dumb shit. I did all my dumbest decisions have been from being jumping the gun on a decision. Jumping the gun. Oh, this guy sucks. He didn't do anything week 1 or 2. I got bit by the fool me once, shame on you, me, all that shit. I've been fooled by a guy that ended up being good, having 2 slow weeks. Not everybody hits the ground running perfect. This is real life. These are human beings. It's crazy. What are we going to do here? All right. Receiving yards, I don't love anything. I'm going to go down the line. Receptions, I could bet. Oh, the receptions, we're going to make alternate receptions. Garrett Wilson, to the fucking moon. That's the first one. Listen to your boy NOOCH. It's some of it is about scouting talent. I'm pretty good at that. Some of it is about knowing the game. I'm decent at that. Then it's knowing about the psychology and how the guys think. I just said that about Rodgers, how he force feeds the number one guy, especially talented like that. He catches the coverage. They're gonna call shit on the fly 7 to 10 times. He's gonna call things for him, like get ready, but with his call. You know what I'm saying? Like a quick slant, a quick option route, a fucking fade by the end zone. You're gonna see them take shot. Aaron Rodgers has balls this big. He's not afraid, and he's the most accurate thrower maybe that I've ever seen. That's what I think. I think Aaron Rodgers has one of the best touches I've ever seen in my life. I love watching him throw the football. So Garrett Wilson, that's the major one to zone in on. Receptions. That's the one. We're going to bang that thing up. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, there it is, guys. Oh, I don't want to say anything crazy and get thrown off YouTube. I'm just kidding. You want to rob a bank? I'm just kidding. I'm saying it in terms of a bet. You want to rob the FanDuel bank? I got it. We're gonna fucking jack Garrett Wilson up. That's it. That's it. Simplicity of character is the direct result of profound thinking. Now you like that? That's a quote. I've had that quote for years. Sometimes you got to step back and simplify things. I just told you that Garrett Wilson is going to get 16 targets maybe tonight if what I said occurs. And why can't it? It could not, but I'm thinking that way and I'm seeing it. That's what I'm seeing. So Garrett Wilson, let's go to alternate receptions and go up as high as it could go. Let's see what that pays. Oh, man, we are thinking outside the box with Gabe Davis over receiving yards. I'll tell you what, we could do a fucking pick. We could do the lotto. We could do the NOOCH, T-Rich, Oscar, Ricky, lotto parlay. Let's start building. Let's start cooking this stew. We're in this shit together. Let's go. Oh, man, this is great. Where is the alternate? Don't hide from me. Don't hide. Oh, Garrett Wilson, alternate receiving yards, 80 plus. That's it. Keep going. Oh no. I want receptions. Reception. Don't fool me with yards. Don't sucker me with yards. See them trying to sucker me? They don't have alternate receptions. Scumbags, fucking scumbags. Excuse my language. The shit, it insults my intelligence. That's why they don't have it. Wait, here we go. Total receptions, 5.5. I can't go alternate receptions. Oh, wow. They know I'm coming. They know the NOOCH is coming. They know I'm coming. They know not to have alternate receptions on that board because the NOOCH would be robbing the Brinks truck. Shit. Hey, can we get an alternate receptions on a DraftKings? I'm pissed. Man. That's the key to the safe. The Garrett Wilson receptions. He's going to have 10. We could bang that over. All right, let's bang the over. Let's not ignore the $1 million in front of us because there's $100 million down the street. All right, let's start this puppy up. Oh man, I gotta find that. Somebody's got to tell me if we can get that an alternate burger. Oh shit, I'm still looking for a second, guys, because it's bothering me. Damn it. All right, we'll get that. We'll get back to that one. Okay. Receptions, we're going to go over. We're going to go over on Garrett Wilson's 5.5. We love that. We love that one. Now, receiving yards, we're going to go over on Gabe Davis, 43, because he could get one catch for 29. Gabe Davis is a vertical guy. We're going to go over 43 with Davis. Unless I can alternate that puppy down to 25, I'd feel more comfortable. Alternate receiving yards. If Garrett Wilson gets... All right, let's think logically here. If I think Garrett Wilson is going to catch 10, he should have 100 yards, right? All right, so I'm going to stay with the philosophy. He's not a little yards per catch guy. We're going to go 125 for Garrett. Yeah. I'm thinking something good in my head. 125 too much? Is 125 too much for Garrett? Little coffee, Ricky, little cream. Little cream. I went whole cream because who gives a fuck about the beach right now? I went whole cream. Oh man. So Garrett Wilson, 125 or 110, guys. That's my I'm not gonna get cocky. 110. I feel cocky about 110. So we're gonna go 110, 40. Wilson over 5.5. That's it right there. That's the parlay, guys. Wilson 5.5 catches. Wilson 110 yards. Davis over 43.5 receiving yards. What's Josh Allen rushing, T-Rich? Josh Allen rushing. Let me look for Allen rushing. Josh Allen rushing over 38.5. He should go over 38.5, right? All right, we'll throw Josh Allen in there. We could always remove someone. No, I got OJ on the side of the coffee because sometimes I need something to quench my thirst, Rick. Fuck, Rick. Jesus Christmas. Okay, I can't sip coffee for an hour. I zip the coffee, and then sometimes when I need a little refreshing, I got the orange juice. Acidic. Oh, yeah, that orange juice is good. Oh, yeah. All right, so, Dalvin, 47.5. Dalvin's so good. How could Dalvin Cook not get 47.5 yards tonight, right? Think about that. What was it? It's 30. It's Gabe Davis is 34.5 to you, T-Rich. That's a fucking pretty big swing. Are you sure? Please. I don't like you repeat yourself twice when you have to actually use the fingers, but please. I got Gabe Davis at 43.5. What does FanDuel like know that I'm here? Jesus. Oh my goodness. You know what? Fuck FanDuel and the guy that froze twice. That poor bastard froze again. Come on. Don't let it be a third time up there. No, he's not going out for a speech next Tuesday. The fucking guy froze. No. He was dizzy. No, he was petrified and fucking stone. But this is a fucking cartoon. What the fuck is that? Oh, man. All right, here's what I got, guys. We're up to plus 1460. Garrett Wilson over 5.5. See? Davis, 43.5. Garrett Wilson, 110 yards. Josh Allen, 38.5 yards rushing. Oh, it's Allen rushing. I knew it. Yeah. But Gabe Davis, 43.5 is not far-fetched. I told you, one catch for Davis is 29. That's why I knew it couldn't be 29. What's his over-under? One catch? Davis catches for 29 for breakfast. Gabe Davis. He was on a hobbled leg. Gabe Davis, that's going to be close. This prick is going to have 2 catches for 36 yards, and I'm going to be sweating fucking bullets in the fourth quarter. That's the kind of shit that happens to me with Buffalo guys. Where's Richie from Staten Island? He's a Buffalo fan. Richie, knock, knock. Look on your YouTube. I know it's on Sunday morning, but come on, Rich. He's a Buffalo fan, Richie. Richie from Staten Island. He's a Buffalo fan. I'll tell you what. Here's what I don't like about Buffalo. Let's talk about the Jets in Buffalo. Let's talk. Let's talk. I'm an honest guy. I think Buffalo is way out of line for this dig shit. RG fucking Geek is saying, we'll get Stephon, they better get Steph Diggs the ball tonight at least 4 times in the first quarter if they don't want problems. Shut up, Geek. What the fuck kind of talk is that? Punk talk? Like, this is a team that functions the right way. You slap the guy if he's fucking shit up that much. If my receiver was ever talking shit in the huddle, there'd be some fucking furniture moving in that motherfucking huddle. There's no shit talking in the huddle if you got a man at the helm. And Josh Allen, hey, big boy, you're a big asshole. What do you fucking use it? Like, enforce your shit and tell Steph, just cut it out, Steph. Cut it out, Diggs. Yeah, I'm him. Well, be him. Shut the fuck up. Stop screaming and whining. Get Steph the ball. There's going to be problems. Man, I'll put my foot up a receiver's ass. NOOCH didn't play that shit. And Josh Allen is huge. Now, you got to know your guys. Like, if Terrell Owens was my receiver, I wouldn't be so fucking cocky. I'd be like, hey, Terrell, listen, I'm going to get you the ball. Relax. Because he's a little fucking crazy and he could probably fuck me up. But I'm not worried about Stephon Diggs. I'm not worried about Diggs. Shut your ass up, Diggs. Punk. Stephon Diggs. Get him the ball. He's going to be trouble. What do we got there, T-Rich? I still got mine on the paper. You guys don't give a shit. I give out the gold. You get your bets in. And then, oh, fuck it. Oh, what NOOCH you got it? Oh, fuck it. Who gives a fuck? And I got a chopped up a Chinese fire drill, and I'm the loser. Yesterday, I had 70% of my shit correct. And you know what? Here's what I got. Here's what I got today. Hey, how you doing? I got goggles. I got fucking goose egg goggles. Seattle. Fucking scumbag, Seattle. P. Carroll, shut the fuck up, P. Have your troops ready week 1. That's because you're a player's coach. Nobody's fucking giving a fuck in the summer, doing whatever they want, and you're going to get them a little later. Yeah, NOOCH lost his money. I didn't see that shit coming. Pete Carroll. Have your troops ready. We're in the 12th man. You're playing home. Your stadium is called the 12th man. And the Rams come in, Cooper Cupless. Cupless. And they kicked our ass. Our ass, like I'm fucking from Seattle. Yeah, I want to hang in the rain all day. No, thank you. Fucking rain cloud of my week. Seattle. Kurt Cobain. Fucking shit. Oh, what are you going to do, Rick? What are you going to do? What was the other rain cloud on my day? Oh, Oscar, I hope you can hear me, Oscar. Oscar, thank you so much for me not being fucking eliminated from my survivor pool that's 17 weeks long, 18 weeks already. Thank God I listened to Oscar on the 59th minute of the hour. I switched. I had Denver from the summertime, but I'm like, Jimmy G, usually before he gets his head broke, he's pretty good. Like, kind of like Tua. Before he's not in one piece, he's usually good. So I'm like thinking about that. Jacobs, I'm like, oh man, they might, this could be even game, which it ended up being. I got off Denver. I was looking at Seattle. I was looking at Washington, but I ended up going with Baltimore, who came out slow. Slowdell Beckham caught one, but Lamar had a terrible fantasy day for me. But Baltimore won, and I'm alive to go to week 2. I think I'm going to go G-Men. You know why? Psychology of sport. Who was worse than the Giants this week? Who are the Giants playing to next week? Arizona, I believe. Arizona stinks. The Giants, this is a comeback game. What happened in Colorado? Deion Sun, when they gave up 500 yards, the defense, to TCU week 1, they were like the fucking 85 Bears against Nebraska week 2 because that's what they had to tighten up. The Giants are going to tighten up that defense, and you're going to see that Ferrari NASCAR blitz. Oh, where'd Simmons, Thibodeau, all these guys? They're going to fucking be coming after. They are going to be coming after Dobbs so fast next week. I might go with the Giants on the suicide pick for a super regroup. We're the New York Giants. When your pride gets hurt like that, even though it was rain, whatever, when your pride gets hurt like that, I think you're going to see a tight ship. And if you don't, I might rip that Subway Super Bowl ticket up. And I'm the one that's saying, don't panic. Don't panic. Don't do it. Man. What do you think, Ricky? For the love of Vinny Testaverde, what do you think, Rick? Hey, Rick. One time, me and Joey Sisler we're at the Jets game, and we're down below, like the mezzanine on the 50. I don't know if we were supposed to be there or not, but we're watching the Jets, like right around when like Brady came on for Bledsoe around those years, long time ago. And all of a sudden, there's like a family right in front of us, like one row in front of us. And the girl turns and we see her profile. And I was like, holy shit. The girl looked exactly like Wayne Corbett, the receiver for the Jets from Jersey, Wayne Corbett. And he was good, Wayne Corbett, but it must have been his sister. She had the exact same face. And then the man or the woman, I don't know if it was the mom or the dad, turned. It must have been. They had Wayne Corbett's face. I was like, holy shit, it's Wayne Corbett's family. And we were sitting right behind Wayne Corbett's entire family. And it's just something I remember, like how certain things. I'll never forget. I was sitting behind his whole family at the game. One of the best things, games I ever was at was the NFC Championship. And I bet you last night was the biggest blowout. Let's go over this. Let's go over this parlay. All right. Am I going to stay in with the 1,500 one? Is there anything I should take off? All right. Garrett Wilson, 5.5 catches. Gabe Davis, 43.5 yards. Garrett Wilson, 110 yards. I'm sticking with that. And Josh Allen, 38. All right. So that's plus 1,500. $5 pays $75. That's one that I'm putting in, guys. So I'll reread it for you. I don't know who wants to put it in, but that's the first one of the night. NOOCH scratch-offs. I invented that shit myself. I invented the double tie a couple years ago. I got on the group message, well, you're fucking ties. If you take a tie and a tie, it pays like $1 million fucking dollars every game at 1 o'clock. You pick the halftime to be a tie at halftime. If you can get 2 games to be tied together, it's like crazy odds. So I do like scratch off money, and if I can catch 2 ties, it's like $5 pays like 700. It's crazy. It's like playing scratch offs with the sport that you're watching. You don't believe you're going to win that bet because you know something nobody does. That's not the logic. All right, here we go. First one. Garrett Wilson, 5.5. Gabe Davis. Wilson, 5.5 catches. Davis, 43 yards. Wilson, 110. And Allen, 38.5. Okay. I like that one. Now, which one do we keep? Which one should I keep as the most solid out of those selections? Definitely Garrett Wilson, 5.5. Should I take Wilson's 110 off the board? What's a definite number that we feel safe that there's no fucking way Wilson can go under? What's a better alternate reception yard if we're playing it safe for this next parlay? We're gonna bang them out here, but we're starting with Wilson, 5.5. Come on, guys. There's got to be something here. Receiving props. Oh, man. I don't know about the Jets' backs. I don't trust the backs. I don't know who's going to play. I don't know about – this is a tough game, guys. I would stay right with just a couple guys. I think we already identified the guys. I'm looking at Breece Hall. We don't know with Breece Hall, Dalvin Cook, Carter. We don't know. So that's an unknown. Like, look at the teams that will fuck your mind up, like the Chiefs receivers. I looked up in the second, like, you don't want to draw blood from a stone. We don't want to look for bets that aren't there. Like, I looked up in the second quarter, and it was like Patrick Mahomes completed his last 8 passes to 8 different receivers. I'm like, holy shit. That's like a fantasy person's nightmare. Like, you don't know who's getting it. This game is going to take that shit on. We got 3 good backs for the Jets, really, with Carter. Maybe 4. I hear all their backs are good. Buffalo, we don't know if this kid is fucking Gronkowski reincarnated, the new tight end. We don't know what's going on with Dalton Knox. Nobody even talks about him anymore. 2 years ago, it was, Dalton Knox. Now it's like nobody knows. So I don't know, man. I know the Jets are coming out looking like 1987, and my cousins are so fucking young, they're calling them throwbacks. I bet you T. Rich and all these guys, they think these are throwbacks. It was like I already experienced one group of throwbacks. When I was a kid, the Jets had these uniforms. These are the shit Jets from the 80s. When I see these Jets uniforms, I remind of a shit team. Hopefully this changes it. But when the Jets had these uniforms, I was a kid, and they fucking stunk. Then I used to think to myself, hey, man, those fucking uniforms Joe Namath wore, they look hot. Why don't the Jets go back to them? And then somewhere like around 98, they did. The Jets went back to the Namath unis and kept them until 2 years ago. And now they're back to the puke ugly ones. But the young kids think they look good because they don't remember the Jets stinking with these on 35 years ago. Right? Am I lying, Rick? Am I lying? That's a history lesson, you young motherfuckers. The Jets already had these uniforms, and they stunk. I got nightmares when I saw this. I almost shit my pants when I just saw them. Fucking young kids. You don't know. The Giants got their throwbacks. No, the Giants, when they wear those hot shits, those Phil Simms, Mark Bavaro unis, that's the Giants uniforms when I was a kid. Then they went to some ugly shit, but then they won the Super Bowl was with them. I never liked the new Giants blue, the just blue and the white. The hot shit was the blue Giants when LT was on the team. I'll tell you what, I'm about to get my hands on. They got a red starter Giant jacket. Remember the starter Giant jacket? Bill Belichick got his own custom, and now they're starting to sell it. It used to be blue with the red GIANTS, but Belichick wanted the defensive guys to see him when he was coordinating, so they got him a red a red jacket with the blue GIANTS, and it's fucking sweet. And now you can order it on, I think on one of these sites. I got to find that one and order it. I'm ordering that and a hot 44 for the birthday next month, baby. I think I'm doing Jerry West. Jerry motherfucking West. Hell yeah, Jerry West. Yeah, a little wine glass of OJ, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Right, a little midnight box, you know what I'm saying? You never know. One time we were talking about boxing. Remember Dobko, Kevin Dobko? He's like, "What do you box? Apples and oranges?" Fucking, we met some funny guys in our time, huh? You gonna buy a box? What do you box? Apples and oranges. Kevin Dobko. What made me think of him? Oh, I'll tell you what. I found a fucking great YouTube channel. You watch the career leaders and whatever stat you're watching. It's called like fantasystats.com. I actually took a picture of it because I knew I would forget. It's a great, if you like numbers and stats and like career passing leaders, like the all-time passing touchdowns leader in the NFL, they'll have a chart. It'll be like 1971 the bottom, and you'll have a guy and the bar will be here, and then somebody else will be coming, and the years go and the bar moves, and then another guy will come in, and as the years go, new guys come, and it goes to over like 25, 30 years. They have it for every team. It's fascinating. I like it. Dalton Kincaid, what? Oh, player receptions. Kincaid is at 2.5. Those are sucker bets. We don't know. Like the days of me getting married to Mecole Hardman prop bets in the Super Bowl. Oh, Mecole Hardman's only at 29 yards today, guys. We gotta go over with that. He runs a 4.0. Nothing. Oh, Tom Brady's rushing yards it's 0.5. He's gotta fucking go 1 yard forward. Takes a knee. Let's not get caught up in the stupid ones. Rushing props. Let's take a look. Just to be curious, before the NOOCH gets off, let's take a look what Breece Hall is at. Little Breece, a little touch of Breecel Sprouts. Player rushing yards. Just out of curiosity, I want to see. We got a lot of fucking. Everybody I know is a Monday morning quarterback. I told you, didn't I tell you? No, actually, no. I don't remember you telling me. Let's see if we can pick. Let's see if we can pick the rushing yards. Dalvin Cook, 47.5. Well, that would be a fucking failure for Dalvin Cook if he doesn't get a 50 burger in his first game. I think he's going to have the opportunity to get 50 rushing yards. If Dalvin Cook doesn't carry the ball 12 times tonight, then I have to rethink what I think I know that I've observed for the last 35 years. I'm going to say Dalvin Cook gets 14 carries tonight. I think I can gauge shit like that. I'm going to fuck these things, man. We know the parlay's in. I'm not wasting all my money on Jets Bills week 1. This is get intel night. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to, this is my closing. Nostradamus time. And Cousin Anthony, when I tell you clip something, when I did an hour, here, when my hands are going like this, even if you can't hear, stop the tape. All right. Here we go, Anthony. You're a Jets fan. This one's for you. Garrett Wilson. This is the NOOCH Vegas the NOOCH South Jersey sports book, where I make my own lines. I'll give my own odds. We'll play for air money. You guys take the bet. I'll keep the odds. I'm going to keep the odds and the names. I'll let you know how much you owe me in the gifts. You know what I'm saying? Let's play a fucking game here. I make my own shit up. Let's go. Ready? Oscar, you there? NOOCH Vegas Sportsbook. And I'm making the odds because I know when I say something ridiculous. So mark it down. I'm going to say alternate. Garrett Wilson. I'm going to put him at 14 targets over under. And I'm making the under minus 150. The over is plus 125, 14 targets. I don't, if you say under, you got to lay a little odds. Now, air money. Would you take, now, if on my odds, the NOOCH Vegas Sportsbook, Garrett Wilson, 14 targets, I got the fucking bet right here. Let me see. Who's going to win? Who's going to win in the show tonight? I'm keeping track. Let me hear it. Garrett Wilson, 14 targets. We could see the targets easily. Rick, Tyler, Crickets, under. All right. T-Rich has balls. He's not afraid to give the call. T-Rich has fucking major huevos. He's not afraid to fucking give his opinion. Under for T-Rich. Under 14. Ricky, you're a fucking Jets fan. What are you, taking a shit? Oh, my God. You and fucking Fireman Ed. Sleep at the fucking wheel over here. Well, T-Rich, I'm going to say, obviously, I said 14. So, oh, my God, T-Rich, the spread just went down. Holy shit. Right now. It's a live line. It's 13.5. But your bet's in. I'm sorry about that. So I'm going over 13.5. So if it lands on 14, I win. Woo-hoo-hoo. Holy shit. It's like that coin flip. Heads I win, tails you lose. No. But honestly, okay, so my number's 14. You're going to say under. That's what we're saying. That's all I need is one guy. Oscar, let's go, Oscar. I want to know what you guys think. Okay, I'm going to give another one. Ready, T-Rich? I'm going to give just a couple because I'm getting off in about a couple minutes. Okay, Gabe Davis, longest reception. I keep looking at Gabe Davis going vertically. I'm going to say Gabe Davis for 42. Gabe Davis for 42. Now, I know that's ridiculous, but tell me what you think. You got to pick the number. I'm like, you can't fucking pick under. Oh, really? You know what I'm saying? I'm going to say, let's see who gets closest to their call. That's the winner. Me and you are having a boxing match right now with these predictions. Me and you, T-Rich. We'll keep our stats over the whole year whenever you're in here. Like however many shit we have, we keep that. Oh, T-Rich, I beat you 6-0. I'm up 6 games to nothing. Then the next time we do it, we'll keep it. I'll keep it on the paper. So 17 yards. All right. Oh, so which one was that? I got a mental block. Oh, my goodness. Wait. Oh, Ricky, you got to make wait, hold on. Gabe Davis's longest catch. Longest catch. I say 42 yards. And T-Rich, you say 17. Oh, my God, T-Rich. I hope you're fucking very wrong. T-Rich, we like Gabe Davis, right? Are you sure? Ricky, you got to put the NOOCH Vegas Sportsbook. You might not have been there. Ricky, you got to tell us Garrett Wilson over under 14 targets. Over under, Ricky. 23 for Gabe Davis, Ricky. 23 yards. Ricky says 23 for Gabe Davis. So the winner of that one will be who's closest to his longest reception, whoever's closest. So I'm going to keep these stats for next time I come on live. So Garrett Wilson's targets, I got 14 targets, not catches, targets. Under the 14, okay. How many catches? I would also like to know the number of catches. I say 10 catches. I think he'll get 10 catches tonight, guys. I hope he fucking does. His over-under is 5.5. I see he's going to be somewhere north of 8. If he's not north of 7, I'd be shocked if he's not north of 7. Ricky, the biggest I got a parlay, $5, win 70. Garrett Wilson, over 5.5 catches, over 110 yards. Gabe Davis, over 43.5 yards receiving. Josh Allen, over 38 yards rushing. That's it. Those 4 things. So it's like a ticket, like the gambling ticket. When you got to hit 4 things when your ticket, $5 win 70. So total 75 to pay out, and the 4 things. We'll see. 7 for 99. All right. Okay. Now, how could I not say this question when I got lifelong friends in here that are fucking Jets fans, like hardcore Jets fans? Let's have a fun one, and I hope it's 100 and 100 fucking million. How many yards? Listen, I'm nervous about this one because I own him. I got boots on the ground in New York telling me Breece Hall looks like fucking All Day Peterson. All Day Peterson. That's Adrian Peterson for you Geek McGeekersons that don't know who I'm talking about. How many yards are Breece going to get tonight? And how many yards are Dalvin Cook going to get tonight? Just rushing right now. Rushing and total for the game. I'm saying Breece Hall, oh, man. Is he going to get 5 carries? Is he going to get 15? I wonder what his workload. Are we going to be disappointed in Breece's playing time for guys that want him to play? Like, I'm not stupid. I know that they could be really easing him in, and that's perfectly fine. What do you guys think? What did you hear, Ricky? You and your father are all over the Jets. Give me some weight. You're like fucking a waiter with no arms, Rick. Jesus Christ. I got a diehard Jets fan and his dad. Oh, come on. What have you heard about the Jets? I know you're all over the Jets. What's up with Breece? Really? Yeah, I heard. All right. That's what I'm hearing. Everything good about Breece. I'm hearing everything good about Breece. Yeah, and they said J.K. Dobbins had a lot of scar tissue last year. Look at his leg blew off already. Some guys, it's hard to heal. I heard that Williams for Denver healed good. He looked good yesterday. And I heard about Breece Hall's coming back. So, all right, I'm going to look at a couple things and set my own line. You know what? I got to know. Oh, wait. Breece Hall rushing yards. I'm going to say, you know what? I own him in fantasy, so I'm very fucking pessimistic because I had a bad week. I'm going to say 35 rushing yards. 35 tonight for Breece in a babying, like, what the fuck? Come on, give him the ball. I say he's going to have 35 yards on 7 carries. 7 for 35. Give me carries for yards, guys. Just put the number of carries / yards. How many for how many? That's a good. I had to figure out the way I wanted to word it. Breece. That's the question. That's a big question, guys. How many? That's the question of the night for Jets fans. Like, I'd be looking at that, like, forget if we're going to win or we're going to lose. Like, get your fucking heads out of the clouds. Forget the win or loss tonight. How does Breece Hall look? How's Aaron Rodgers and Wilson's chemistry? Where are they as far along? Like, let's fucking think a little bit here. We don't need Booger McFatson and fucking RG Geekson to fucking I'm running this ship. Let's go. Breece, 7 for 35. What do we got there? Ricky. Okay, Breece, 13 for. I like that. You know what, Ricky? I would love to see 13 for 78, Rick. 13 for 78, says the Jets fan. What do we got, T-Rich? 11 for 56. All right, okay. That's like, see, T-Rich, you're like a reasonable guy. T-Rich is a realist, Rick. That's the guy who helps me with everything. My friend down here with this, my boy. T-Rich, he'll be honest with me. He's like Mike Consigliere. He gives me great ideas, tells me the truth. T-Rich, right down the middle. 11 for 56. I like that's probably the one that I would bet if we were all. I say 7 for 35, and I'm hoping I'm wrong. So 11 for 56. 11 for 56. All right, Dalvin, boys. Same thing. Same thing. What he did before he got hurt. Yeah, I know. No, I know. All right, Dalvin Cook, shoulder surgery, night 1. He's the lead guy. I'm saying he's got to get. I'm saying 14. He's not going to go 20 carries because they need him too. 14, and he better get 69. 14 for 69. I'm going to keep these papers too, so we can refer to them when I'm talking to you guys privately too. Let's see if we can get these. And then I'm only going to do one more, and then I'm going to stop because we don't want to have 100. You want to be able to watch the game and know the ones we talked about. You know what I'm saying? So here's what we got. We know what we got. We got Gabe Davis's longest catch, Garrett Wilson's targets. Now Breece's attempts for yards. Dalvin 14 for 69. Ricky's got 8 for 47. T. Rich, what do you think with Dalvin? 11. That you got Breece 11 for 56, right? So T. Rich probably, if he's got Breece for 11, maybe Dalvin 18. I would say T. Rich would probably be guessing in 16 to 18 then. But all right. Okay. And then lastly, I just want to touch on the quarterbacks because I love that position. You know, I love watching the quarterbacks. I have a couple things to say real quick before I wrap this up. Fellas, I think it's disrespectful. I think it's Rodney Dangerfield level disrespect that Aaron Rodgers in my fantasy drafts was in the fucking basement. It was like Aaron Rodgers 14, Anthony Richardson 16. Like what? Like, do they not know Aaron Rodgers just left that fucking shit team in Green Bay and came to like a team with all these weapons? Like, I thought it was disrespectful that they got him so low. And if he's still good, he should be able to, you know, be very successful with this team. So Aaron Rodgers, night one, is the line a problem? I heard it could be a problem. Forget the attempts and all that shit. How many yards is Aaron Rodgers going to throw for tonight? It might be raining a little bit. He's got to go for 250 tonight. Could be rust. I'm going to say 246, and everybody who goes 250 is going to get screwed. Rodgers, yards, and that's it. Then I'm doing one for Allen, and then I'm going to get out of here. Rodgers, yards. I'm going to say 246. Hey, year round. What are you doing? What do you think we're going to get Rodgers tonight? How many yards, Rick? I can't see a 300 burger for Rodgers night one. I'd like to. I'm rooting for him hard. And Josh Allen's going to have – oh, no, you know what? The Jets got a good defense, man. But Buffalo, he'll torch him. Josh Allen will go for 316. Yeah, you know what? The more I'm thinking of it, it's going to be tough. The Jets are going to have a tough time getting a rhythm. I want to see which running backs are going to come to play for New York. Yeah. So between Cook and Breece, we're seeing 25 to 30 carries, 11 and 16, something like that. Are we seeing 25 from them too? You know what? 25 carries from Cook. If I'm drawing up the plays and I'm trying to figure out a way to play smart against Buffalo, I go 25 carries from Cook and Breece, and I go at least 15 fucking targets to Wilson, and 6 of them, the quick ones, 3 air yard, quick rocket screen, let them run, shit like that. So if you can get 15 plays out to Garrett and 25 to those backs on the ground, and maybe 5 more in the air, at least, that's 30, that's 45 plays. You're only going to run 60 something. So we'll see. But on all 4 running backs, we'll get – yeah. Who's the 4th one, Rick? Who's the 4th one? Did they cut the kid from Florida? I don't have Hard Knocks. I haven't watched Hard Knocks in a minute. A couple of years since Amendola was on Dallas. Quinnen? Do they? How many? What is it? How many? Oh man, they have it. What is it? It's got to be 1.5, right? Probably. It can't be a half. Oh, let me see. Oh, that's right. They don't even have it. And you're in Texas, right, Rick? They don't have the sportsbook legal in Florida yet. Texas, all those fucking crazy states. Shout out to Texas. Oh man. Yeah, he is, Rick. You're right. He is going to have 6 or 7 in the first half. I agree with that tip. I agree. Let's see. I'm checking now, Rick. Sacks, yeah. The sports book isn't open yet in Texas. I don't think it's open in Florida either. I tried to bet on Florida in my phone. It didn't register. I didn't realize it. A couple of years ago, I was on my way to a Yankee game, and I got the fucking over to by the Major D game, I went to bet the Yanks. I didn't realize I was out of New Jersey. It was illegal in New York still. My bet couldn't go through. Imagine that. So it's good now, though. I'm checking right now. I'm going to check the stats, Rick, before I get off for you. Let me know if there's anything you want me to check so I could look. Okay, here we go. MNF. Monday NOOCH football. All right. Let's see. Defense. Same game parlay. Let's see. Defense. Here we go. Defensive props. EJ Espensa, Greg Russo. These are the guys to record a sack, and then they have odds. What's his name? What's his last name? Type it. I can't find it. Quinnen? That's his last name? I don't see it. Oh, you got to tell me his last name. I don't see it, though. Espinoza, Rosu, Johnson, John Franklin Myers, Leonard Floyd. These are all guys to record a sack. Matt Milano, Quentin Williams, Quentin Jefferson, Will McDonald. Those are all the guys they have and they have separate odds. Williams. Well, Ricky, Jesus fucking Christ. What am I, a fucking interpreter? Quentin Williams. Jesus Christ. You're like my father. Quentin Williams. There it is, Rick. Quentin Williams to not oh, shit. They have him yes or no. Ooh, you could be a hater and bet on it. Like, no, he's not. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, I'm going to bet no. Like, you got to be a miserable prick to be looking at a whole board to bet on a guy to not do something. Like, get the fuck out of here. I don't even want to hang with you. Okay, Quentin Williams to not record a sack, minus 132. It's a fucking long shot for this kid to get a sack. You know what? I'm not a fucking hater. I'm betting on this kid to get a sack, and then I'm going to get out of here. Quentin Williams to record a sack, plus 104. Ricky, you made my night. Now I'm going to look for this kid. I don't even know his number. I don't even know what he looks like. But you know what I know? I know that I got a NOOCH scratch off. Not even a scratch off, just one little fool around there. Quentin Williams. Wait, hold on. Let me open it up. Quentin Williams to record a sack. And you know what? I'm sacking the bankroll. Because $5 on that pays $5.20, baby. And you know what? I can't spend it all in one place. I'm out.